Hey, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
And we're the brothers from the GMS AZ camp coming back at y'all with Lord's will, another edifying lesson. First and foremost, want to give all the praise, honor, and the glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to you brothers pushing and teaching this truth across the four winds of this earth. And as always, peace, blessings, and many salutations be to you, sincere Akyam wa Akwaf, who are given all diligence in these last days.
That's right, man. Hey, shalom to all you Akim, you Akwat, you brothers and you few sisters that subscribe to this doctrine through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that was given to us through the spirit to our beloved elder apostles on down to, the elder bishops, elders, and Akim that are pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity today. Hey, peace, blessings, and salutations be unto you and your households, man. But me and the brother, man, we're ultimately just, looking at some articles, man, and ultimately just, talking through the spirit, man. Hey, war drums are beating. Right, we're in a time of war, man. And you can see ultimately what's going on over there in Israel and Hamas, and ultimately, which we're going to go into, and how that ultimately ties into prophecy, right? And how that's ultimately going to continue to escalate, right, and be part of the building of World War III, man, right, which is ultimately the destruction of America. You can grab that, bro.
Khan, you want to start at verse 1 just to point?
Yeah, you start at verse 1 and then drop down to verse 8.
Okay, Khan, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3. And verse 1, it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Right, so there's no such thing as, a coincidence or a mistake, right? Everything through the Spirit is set up, right? The way the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shah wanted it to be set up. And especially, right, dealing with prophecy, right? All these things that are happening in the earth, as such as, right, these wars and rumors of wars, as Yahweh Shah had, said. That's one of the things that we would be seeing, right? And in Matthew, the 24th chapter, is wars and rumors of wars. They were right now, right? We're starting to see the buildup of World War III, right? And a major portion of it started with the, the Russia and Ukraine issue, right? And now, right, we're seeing more of, war happening between, Israel and Gaza, right? At one point, it did happen a few years back, and Russia ultimately, was threatening to get into it. Hey, well, now we're seeing that same situation happen between Israel and Gaza, right? But on a greater scale than the last time that it happened, man. Right? They would shot a few rockets off at each other. Hey, but now it's real, right? Now it's like real. Netanyahu, right? The president or whatever you want to call him of Israel, saying that they're in full-fledged war. And as you see right here on the screen, it says Israel drafts 300,000 reservists as war escalates, man. So it's only going to get worse. Again, showing you that we are in the time of what? Time of war. You grab that.
Con, jump down. Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
And we're not in the time of peace, man. Right? You don't see these nations having peace, right, between each other. You see these nations ultimately, getting stirred up, right, through the spirit, right, in their minds, and being into that war mentality, man. This is what's being set up right before us, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 7. It says, nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's exactly what you see, and man. That's how you're starting to see who the true prophets are, because the things that, the head elder apostles on down, right, Great Millstone have been saying are not happening, man. And it's continuing, more prophecies continuing to happen, and it's going to continue to happen as the day goes on, man. You see, what the ancient prophets weren't talking about in the time of peace. They were prophesying of, judgments, pestilences, diseases, right, but also a war. You know what I'm saying? So that which has been is that which shall be. So none's new under the sun, man. The prophets are back in modern time prophesying a war again, right? The third woe that's coming.
That's right. And, we understand that Yahweh Bashem Shai speaks through the ministry of his prophets, man. Right? So he'll ultimately send his prophets out there, again, to warn you and tell you of these things that are going to happen in the very near future. And this is exactly what the Lord's doing again, right? We had the prophets out here doing exactly what the brother said, man. Prophesying of war, evil, and pestilence. And war right here, man. Yeah. And you see right here, it says, is the attack on Israel by Hamas, setting the stage for the fulfillment of Bible prophecy. And this is exactly what's going on, man. You know what I mean? Can we grab that Jeremiah 15:45, Baruch Shah? right? Because we understand that, this whole situation dealing with, Israel and Hamas, is ultimately, again, the start of something greater, right? And we don't necessarily know if this is going to be the, that final pushover, right? To where, again, it starts to boil over, you know what I mean? But we understand that this is Bible prophecy, man, that this situation, right, whether it pops off to the fullest now or it pops off to the fullest here in the near future, right? We understand this is still Bible prophecy, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh that he hath taken against Babylon,
Which we knew was America, right? Go ahead.
and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
Right, the least of the flock, which is Israel, man. Right? Those Israelis, those small hats that are over there, right? They're the least of the flock, man. And it says draw them out. Draw who out, man? Draw out the rest of these nations, man. Because the last time that this situation happened between Israel and Gaza, what happened? Russia, right? Russia was one of the main nations to say, hey, Israel, if you ultimately fire those rockets, we're going to get involved, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's going to draw out these other nations. And right now, while we're seeing that America's getting into it, man, just scrolling down, it says right here, it says the U.S. sending aircraft carrier strike group to Eastern Mediterranean to support Israel. Now, I got this right here, which one of the brothers have posted it in the chat. It says right here, it's on the X or whatever you Twitter, where it says the United States is deploying the largest warship,
Oh, there go war.
right, in the world, the USS General R. Ford aircraft carrier to the Eastern Mediterranean Sea, right? It says Hamas has just warned the U.S. that moving the aircraft carrier into the region does not scare them, and that the Biden administration must realize the consequences of this step. And there are going to be consequences, man.
Yeah.
Because as soon as